Today we're looking at a circulatory adrenal warming pattern designed for clients who present with cold extremities, wired but tired stress physiology, and sluggish digestive function. This is a pattern-based intervention, not a diagnosis. It's a way to support thermogenic tone, peripheral circulation, and stress modulation. The cluster we're addressing is familiar in the winter: peripheral vasoconstriction, low digestive motility, elevated sympathetic tone with low reserves. And clinically, this shows up as cold hands and feet, restlessness with fatigue, and post-meal heaviness. The goal is to introduce gentle thermogenesis, TRPV1 activation, and adrenal steadiness without overstimulation. This warming pattern uses 3 categories of botanicals and culinary agents. First, fermented roots such as daikon or turnip, and the mechanism there is to support microbial metabolites and digestive motility. As far as clinical use, fermented roots are going to be helpful when coldness coexists with sluggish postprandial movement. Next we have aromatic spices like cinnamon and cumin. Their mechanism involves TRPV1 agonism, mild thermogenic stimulation, and circulatory activation. For clinical use, think of them for supporting peripheral warming and digestive wakefulness. Next, we can look at adaptogens such as rhodiola or eleuthero. Their mechanism involves cortisol modulation, improved stress response efficacy, and in clinical use, these are appropriate for clients who are on but depleted, high alert, low capacity, and together these create a warming profile that's spicy, circulatory, and adrenal steadying. TRPV1 activation from aromatic spices increases perceived and actual warmth, encouraging vasodilation and improved peripheral blood flow. Fermented roots contribute to digestive motility and help counter winter-induced stagnation. Adaptogens are going to modulate the HPA axis, smoothing cortisol spikes and dips that contribute to the wired but tired presentation. The combined effect is thermogenic, but not depleting, stimulating, but not destabilizing. So clients often report a predictable sequence: initial heat at the tongue and throat, peripheral warming in hands and feet as circulation improves, digestive activation, a sense of movement or lightness, and a downshift in sympathetic tone. For example, breath deepens, shoulders release, and mental agitation decreases. These responses indicate that the circulatory and adrenal components are engaging appropriately. Winter physiology naturally trends towards contraction, slowed digestion, and increased adrenal load. When contraction overshoots, we see cold extremities from excessive vasoconstriction, slowed transit and reduced digestive fire, stress patterns that feel sharp but unsustained. This warming pattern helps reintroduce circulatory movement, digestive wakefulness, and adrenal regulation, supporting clients who struggle with winter's metabolic and neurological demands. Now, this can be delivered as a decoction or a warming broth. Think of simmering those fermented roots long enough to extract their digestive support compounds. Even better is to prepare those roots as a fermentation in something like kimchi. And if you ferment turnips like you do cabbage, you get something that's like sauerkraut, and it tastes a lot like sauerkraut. So eating them raw is even better than cooking them. When it comes to the aromatic spices, if you are making a soup or a broth, add the spices mid-process to preserve their volatile constituents. And as far as introducing adaptogens, a lot of those you're probably going to be using as extracts or tinctures. If you have an adaptogen that you want to add to a broth, you're going to want to lower the heat to avoid degradation of sensitive compounds. Otherwise, you can just add some of that extract, let's say a tincture, directly to your broth or soup after it has cooled down just a bit. So the preparation should feel warming, spicy, and steadying, not overstimulating. Remember, this circulatory adrenal warming pattern is appropriate for clients showing cold periphery, low digestive tone, and stress dysregulation. It's going to leverage TRPV1 activation, cortisol modulation, and gentle thermogenesis to support winter physiology in a grounded and sustainable way.